Hello! I have a fun tutorial for you this morning that I'm hoping you enjoy. This kind of happened by accident. I didn't know that I had kind of intrinsically figured out how to do this until after I had done it. Which is awesome when that happens, right? So I'm starting out with my shaper underneath, obviously. And I'm just getting that to where I like it. I'm just going to leave my ears out of the shaper and then put the scarf over my ears, I think. Okay, so I fitted the scarf. This is the white dewdrop sparkle from Rapunzel to my head. It's a little shorter in the back than I would normally do, but that's okay. And the ends are even, or as even as possible. They're going to be part of the main event, so I'm just going to toss them back so I can tie my other scarf. This is, I still can't remember the name of the scarf. It came in the Soul Sisters kit, but the gray and the pink just wasn't going with what I had gotten out to wear today. So I'm using this instead. And because there's these stripes of pattern, so I flipped it so that the stripes that I want in the front will be, in the front of my head would be in the front of my head. You have to be very careful with all these scarves if you have nails like I do, because I feel like I'm constantly poking holes in them and I'm like, ah! Oh! So anyway, for this one, you're going to have one end slightly longer than the other. Not too much longer, just slightly. Doesn't matter what side you put it on, because all the tails are going to go to the same side. I'm going to leave this back further, I think, so more of this white is coming through. But then I need to maybe add a pleat here. This is not part of the tutorial. This is just me not knowing exactly how to do what I'm trying to do. Okay. Good enough. It's okay. This is a very kind of bohemian, boho sort of look that I'm going for. So it's a little carefree. Okay, now you're going to put all your scarves to one side. And as you can see, these two ends are approximately the same. This end is slightly shorter than, they almost look even. I'm not sure which one is shorter, but so first what you're gonna do is cross the two white ends across each other. We're basically doing a waterfall braid. So if you've never done a fishtail braid rather. So if you've never done a fishtail braid and you've always wanted to, like me, this, I hope, is going to help you out. So after you cross the white ends across each other, you're going to bring the pink ends into the middle and you're going to cross the pink ends. Then you're going to bring the white ends into the middle and you're going to cross the white ends, pink in the middle, cross the pink ends, white in the middle. How come that didn't quite go the way I wanted it to? Okay, so in order to really see the fold, the crossing, I'm gonna cross that one more time. you have to really kind of pull it nice and tight, or maybe just, you know, spin these so that they're a little tighter. Okay, so pink is crossed. Then you bring the white in. White is crossed. Pink in. Pink is crossed. White in. White is crossed. Pink in. Pink gets crossed. White in. White gets crossed. One last pink in. Pink gets crossed. And then what you can do is, if that's the color you want on the outside, you bring this around and you tuck it through here. And then I'm going to tuck these messy tails behind there. And then you could kind of move the white so the white is peeking out. And voila. The thing I don't want is just like, so there's your fishtail scarf braid. So now I have a Rapunzel-esque braid going down, and I can add my jewelry, and everything is nice and not too tight, but you know, sits nice on my head. I have a nice little pleat here. If you wanted to readjust some things, like I have a pattern sticking out that isn't sticking out anywhere else over here, I can go ahead and do that. And there we go. Now I could add a headband if I wanted to. I could add a sash. Did I bring that sash in here? No, I didn't. It might be a lot to have a sash with the braid, so I'm going to do a headband. Hopefully this headband looks nice with this. And just bring your braid up and through here. So what inspired me to do this video is figuring out how to do the crossing. I have tried for ages to get down the fish braid, the fishtail braid with my hair. Could not figure it out. Could not figure it out. It just eluded me, eluded the heck out of me. And so I was happy when Andrea did a tutorial for something completely unrelated to doing this. But she did it really quick, and I was like, that made sense to me. When she did it, I saw how she did it, and I'm not liking this headband. No, I don't like this headband. Now you could always, what you could do, no, actually I take that back, you probably couldn't do that. So it's pretty plain up here. So again, if you had maybe a smaller bead, like this just isn't working for me. If you had like a smaller beaded headband to go, and I have one somewhere, I don't know where it is. Sorry, easily distracted much. These ear-pierced holes in my ears were supposed to be healed according to the piercer, and they're not. So I get gross dry blood everywhere. Okay, as long as it's not in my scarf. So there's a fishtail braid. Now I'm a partial wrapper. I don't wrap full time, although it seems like I'm moving in that direction. So I could do this with my hair as well, which would be nice. It'd be too short to do it over one shoulder, but I could do it down the back now that I know how to do it. So you just cross your middle, take it to the outside, put the other two in the middle, cross them, flip it, and you just kind of, just like I showed. So anyway, there's your fishtail braid. I hate this.